Live from the Texas Cheerlickers Studios, it's In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Yes. Man, need a vacation.
Long-ass weekend, huh?
Did I make a mistake today wearing white on our show?
Why?
Because I still need to get my head wrapped around being on camera every day. You would think I would be used to it by now.
I mean, it's only been a year and a half, right?
I know. As I see myself here in white shoes and a white shirt, I'm like, well, I don't know if it's the best television look, especially with my lily white skin. So, sorry, I look like Casper today. Although I like this shirt.
Me too.
Oh, thank you, man. Just I don't know if it looks good on camera.
It's fine.
Not to sound like a girl. Oh my God!
I know.
Should I not be wearing this shirt?
Sound like my wife.
Hello, everybody. It has been a long weekend. Hello, everybody. It's in the building. Greetings to everybody. It's a big show. We had a big weekend. We had a big announcement. We had a big live show that we literally stressed out over for 2 months.
And it worked out, as always.
Yeah, and normally Rudy's the one that has to talk me off the ledge.
I was on the ledge with you.
You were sweating yesterday.
Yeah,
Or Saturday. Yeah,
Oh.
I could tell you were a little nervous.
I was on the ledge
about
with you.
turnout.
Yeah.
You know? And normally it's Rudy who has to tell me, Mike, they're
I
going to
did,
show
but I
up.
couldn't.
It's a walk-up town. Quit sweating the ticket sales. And then by the end of the night, I'm talking about our live show Saturday, by the end of the night, not only did we have no room left in the room.
Had to turn people away.
I heard from a lot of people that saw posts and, just saw our couple of clips now that have come out. And I heard from several people that said, man, I should have went. I missed out on something.
We'll do another one in the fall.
And that was my goal. I wanted people that didn't make it to see, wow, that was really cool. Hopefully we got something started there on Saturday with our first ever live concert that Rudy and I did. Thanks, everybody that did go and bought tickets and showed up and hung out with us. And
VIPs, the sponsors that came. It was awesome.
A great hang, man. And it was everything that I wanted it to be. I just wanted it to be a shoot the bull session, but I wanted it to be good and funny content and entertaining content. And lo and behold, I think man to man, all the opinions have been, yeah, man, that was great.
And we'll clean it up.
y'all
It'll
for
be
doing
better.
that.
The next one in the fall will be better. We don't want to do it too much.
No, you can't. Yeah, you can't do these once a month unless someone's got some money out there.
Right.
I'm willing to overkill us and saturate us into the market if you got the money.
Right.
But ideally, no, you do these things every few months.
Right.
That way you build up to them. So that being said, we're open to another one. But man, I don't know about you, but honestly, I felt really good waking up yesterday morning. I felt like, okay, that went pretty good. Yeah, of course, there's going to be things you learn, things that you change, but all in all, I don't think it could have gone much better, honestly.
Sure. I had a good time.
Yeah.
I had a good time. I thought it was a good. All that matters is that if the people enjoyed themselves.
Yeah, and I think they did. That was the goal.
Yeah.
And they did.
I heard from Leroy, heard from Dale, heard from AD. So
I heard
solid.
from, like I said, like 3 guys Sunday were like, man, I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I saw the clips and saw Nina's clip and y'all were so funny and blah, blah, blah. And man, I should have gone. And that's the goal too. You want people that did make it through. Because a lot of times people think about going to something like that, but then it comes down to it. And I get it. I'm the same way. But then you see it go down. And you're like, okay,
morning.
It's safe to jump into those waters. Right. It won't be a waste of my time and money. So next time, damn it, I'm going to make a point.
It was date night. From a lot of people there, I heard like, man,
yeah,
I'm so happy I brought my wife. It was something different
That's
for
what
us.
I wanted. I wanted the women to enjoy it.
Right.
Because we get so guy talk all the time,
Yeah. It was some guy talk, but it came from Nina. The guy talk came from. Oh, Buki, did Nina shock you as much as she shocked me?
No, that's the Mike Taylor I know from Pickles for Dinner.
He's
you know what?
Nina
That's right.
Before.
That's right. You
that
worked
woman
with Nina.
does not hold back on anything, man.
Lord.
Even to this day, she's still even me. I don't blush very easily.
Yeah.
I'm like, baby.
It was. She didn't name it, but it was like she could have started by saying, living with Mike, and just went into it.
Right.
That's what it was.
Pretty much.
You know, him
yeah.
walking around in his chonas yelling at the TV,
Yeah.
mad at commercials. That one took me back. I was like, Mike runs around the house mad at commercials.
Well, okay. Let me explain.
Like
that.
we're in the commercial business. You and I, and you yelling at the TV,
man, but
in your chonas.
Well, when I'm watching a great movie on like AMC, and it's a 90-minute movie that takes 3 hours to show on regular channels because they have commercials still, I've become very spoiled in the digital age that we all now live in, and I don't like commercials. I'm used to watching Netflix shows and
you
stuff.
sound
on
like
Hulu.
our people. Like, man, what's up with all these ads when they're watching us on YouTube?
I understand that's how they make their money, but I didn't. That's fine. I expect her to paint me as the old man running around in my underwear in my house, yelling at this TV for stupid reasons. I didn't know she was going to get so intimate with our deep, dark secrets about how things go down under the covers.
If you weren't there, you missed Sexy Time Mike and some of the shit he says when he's ready to rumble.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I'm the same guy. No matter if I'm fucking or fighting or hosting shows, I'm the same guy.
Hey, honey, look. What?
What are you gonna do about this? Babe, we have an issue. We have a problem here. It's gonna take both of us to
come
solve
put it down. And just so y'all know, if you haven't seen the clip, Mike is 33% Mexican, but only when he's inside Nina.
Oh, Rudy,
That was good.
so yesterday
nice.
morning, and I'll be honest, I got a little drunk Saturday too.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
You tied one on Saturday.
I don't usually.
You weren't Rudy?
Mm-mm.
I don't usually have a hangover. That's the first hangover I've had in 2K25. Honest to God, that's the first time and I wasn't like sick in bed all day, but like, oh man, I drank one too many. You got that lingering headache.
Mhm.
I was still functionable. Like I don't get fall down drunk. I don't do that.
Right.
But
I do.
people are buying you shots. The beer was free, and I drank 1.5 too many. And then got home and felt fine. But the next morning woke up, and I had a little drag ass for sure. And that's okay. Toro Locals in the building. Heard the radio spot that I did in Corpus Christi. I had a radio spot.
Wait,
the
Toro
next
Locals
morning.
in Corpus?
I don't know where you at, Toro. Are you in
He's
Corpus?
got to be in Corpus.
I
How
posted-
would he hear it?
Well, I tweeted a link this morning to the
cool.
radio spot. Mike sounded like he smoked a carton of Winston's. Yeah,
That's great radio.
That's hungover Taylor right there. What you heard on Sunday morning, because I had to get up the next morning, and I got booked to go on a sports talk radio show in Corpus Christi on Keys to talk about our big announcement.
Keys open doors.
Yeah, man, and basically it's like their WOAI radio, talk radio, and they got sports and stuff on the weekends. And I did. I sounded like Barry White because I was hungover and had just gotten up. The radio here's how out of the box I was, because I normally get up really early every day. My radio hit was at 10:30, but I didn't get up till 10, which for me is like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
I feel like I've wasted the day getting up.
Yeah,
at
if
10.
I get up at 10, it's a wash. The day's over. I'm going to eat bad,
same.
the whole shit. Yeah.
Same.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I was kind of hungover, so I ate bad on purpose.
Right.
Big ass smash burger and fries for lunch, and that did the trick and got me back
Nice.
rolling. So thanks everybody. Could not have expected it to go much better than it did. Anyone in Corpus Christi, by the way, tuning in for the first time, welcome. This is a podcast we do Monday through Friday. It's called In the Building. You just happen to be tuned in to show number 350.
Nice.
A bit of a milestone show here from the Texas Cheer Liquor Studios at Pub Sports Radio in Southtown, Texas. The audio disseminator is Jose Bouquet. That's Rudy J. I'm Mike Taylor. Welcome in here. So for those that did not see anything, should we get into the announcement?
Yeah.
Just remind everybody what we announced. All right. So Rudy and I are starting a television show in
You got
Corpus
the
Christi.
clip. I should have told you to run the clip. But anyway.
That's
go
all
ahead.
right.
It's
We'll
okay.
just
We'll
do it
announce
live.
it.
Yeah. So this is very cool. I'm super hyped, super excited. I think this is a really cool thing. Talking about opening doors, Rudy and I've always thought that I could have gone into TV a long time ago. I just
Same.
loved radio, and I got a good radio job early, and I got lucky on that. I always thought, I probably could have done TV had I pursued it more. whatever, gave it up, blah, blah, blah. So here I am at 50 years old, beginning a television career here in August. So August 30th is show number 1 of In the Building Sports Edition, is what we're going to call it, on Chris 6, which is the NBC affiliate in Corpus Christi, the WOAI television of Corpus Christi for our San Antonio.
Yeah, we're going to
peeps.
be the lead in for college football.
Yeah,
it's a great spot.
Yeah, every Saturday morning, you'll get In the Building Sports Edition, a 30-minute show, a real quick and easy, simple show leading into their college football coverage. Rudy and I will get into we'll get into Corpus Christi sports because it's going to be a hyper-local show in that town. But we'll get into the college football scene and lead into the college football Saturday, preview NFL Sunday every Saturday morning beginning August 30th on Chris 6 television, NBC, baby. Boom, boom, boom. We're on the Peacock Network. Just in time for the NBA. How about it? I didn't even thought about that. How about ask that? And not only are we going to have the Saturday morning television show, me and Rudy are going to get a hit, I believe. I think I can say this now. We're going to get a hit. We're going to get like a 90-second or 2-minute clip every Sunday night during their Football Night in America coverage.
Yep.
Because Chris 6 in San Antonio, in Corpus Christi, there's one. They run Sunday Night Football. So, dude, that's probably one of the most watched things they have. Sunday Night Football.
That's when I'll be praying for Cowboy Sunday night because all of Corpus will be tuned in to see, we have a Saturday morning show on Chris.
Correct.
That's a great hit.
Right. So
shout out to Corpus for that. Shout out to Chris for that. KRIS. And someone in Corpus tweeted me, don't say Chris.
No.
Say KRIS.
No, I don't know who told you that, but y'all you wrong. You wrong. The management at that company told me it's
exactly
Chris 6.
Exactly.
And that's how I'm rolling with it. All their reporters sign out. You must not watch the fucking news then, Holmes, because they call it Chris 6.
No, it was on Twitter. I don't know if he's in here.
Here at a
it was
fire.
on X.
I'm here on Staples near downtown. We have a 2-alarm house fire. More details up next on Chris 6. That's how they say it. Chris 6. By the way, if you're just watching this for the first time, this here is a little bluer, a little rawer. Obviously, we won't say F and S on the TV show. And that'll be fine. I'm good at it. I know how to turn the cussing on and off. So I'm hyped, man. I am.
We every Sunday night we do our In the Building on Anthem TV. We don't cuss on there.
No.
And we do like 45 minutes, and we don't even say ass. We don't even say hell. We don't even say damn.
Right. I'm so conscientious of not cursing. I don't say anything.
No.
Like blue.
Yeah.
Or even like.
Because it's almost like it's crazy how the universe works. The Anthem TV thing on Sundays kind of warmed us up to get ready for Corpus.
Yeah, it did. The Anthem thing on Sunday. Yeah. I got used to.
We wear blazers.
Having a camera on me.
We wear blazers. We look nice.
Yeah. By the way, to their credit, management at Chris 6 said they don't care what we wear.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we don't have to wear a suit, which is great because it's a podcast / television show.
Right.
That we're going to produce here in town mostly. You'll see Rudy and I in Corpus though a lot. But the show will get produced here in town.
A reason for me to go to the beach.
Right, we're going to get the black man in the ocean this year.
I don't know about the getting in the ocean.
How about to your ankles?
Yeah. I go to my knees. I go to my knees.
Salt's good for you, man.
It is. I go to my knees. I go waist deep. Because sometimes I have to pee.
The difference in the ocean that obviously our oceans here in Texas, what makes people scared of them that aren't used to being in the ocean, like people in Corpus, they're not scared of the ocean. They grew up on the beach.
You can't see that through that water.
Guys like Rudy can't see to the bottom.
I can't see that water.
You can't see what's coming.
You throw me in. I've been to the Bahamas, and I'm like, oh damn, I can see 100 feet down.
Right.
I can see the big ass baby shark swimming up.
Yeah.
Corpus,
Dude,
you just pray.
That's the safest water in America.
Mike, that's racist. Not all black people wear socks on the beach.
With sandals.
Although, Mike, you are dead right.
No
socks and slides, baby.
No, Rudy and I, Nina and I, we're ready to go with you and Anna.
Yeah, we didn't even get to talk about that because Nina crushed it so much. All I wanted to talk about was living with Mike. And I forgot to talk to her about us four taking the trip.
Right. So what we need to get, let's talk about that like today, because I'd
Yes.
like to get this going. I want to,
Yeah.
I want to get us down there and let the girls
Maybe go to the
pal
station.
around. I've had a few people.
We need to go to the station.
Absolutely, we could. Had a few people reach out, want to show us around.
Really?
Yeah, already. Yeah.
Damn.
Some cool bars, a couple of good restaurants, some good scenes. They've got a fantastic, and I didn't even talk about this. Nina and I were in Corpus Christi a few weeks ago. We just went there to get away for the weekend. We stayed over at White Cat Beach.
You need to post that video now.
I really should.
Now you need to.
Yeah, we went over to White Cat Beach and hung out in Corpus for a few days. Their downtown scene is coming along.
Really?
Yeah, it really is. There's a couple of strips there on downtown that have really come up over the years, and they have a really killer, badass Friday. I think it's the first Friday of every month. They have an art walk. It's like 6-7 blocks. They block off downtown. Dude, it looks like Fiesta. It's really great. We had a great time. It's not like just little 2-block, got some monitos, got a couple of paintings. It is a jam.
Yeah.
Art walk in Corpus.
Did you go tongue kiss the Selena statue?
I did not.
Okay.
We did not. I didn't hunch it. I didn't do anything inappropriate, sir. That was 10 years ago. And I got challenged to do that. So anyway, I appreciate that. And as I told the group, that showed up on Saturday to Lion and Rose, we're not leaving y'all. I already had a couple people reach out. Oh, yeah, that's it. Y'all are going to be moving to Corpus. No, we're not leaving. We're expanding is what we're doing. We're expanding our brand. We want to, me and Rudy have families. We have to do what's best for our families.
Mm-hmm.
And how we do that is we build exposure. We have talked about nothing but needing exposure for our little thing we do. And all of y'all are OG people. Y'all are coming with us to this thing. Y'all are on the rise with us.
Tina asked a good question. I'll have to ask Chris Sixtat if there's an app they can download to watch.
You know what? I know who to ask.
That's a good question, Tina. And thank you and your husband for coming. Glad y'all enjoyed.
Yeah, thank you. Jay Robaldo sponsored Tina's trip to see us on Saturday.
One of them. She bought another VIP.
Yeah, she got a free VIP
Thank you, Tina.
ticket.
Shout out Tina.
Shout out to Tina G. She was cool. It was great to meet her and her husband. Had a real good time. So one more thing, we'll get into the finals. But so because of Nina's incredible set that she did.
Shout out to Cam and Bowtie as well.
Halfway through her set, I'm like, damn, me and Rudy better be good.
Yeah.
But I woke up yesterday morning and I had to have a talk with my twins. And it's funny, like, Daddy, we've already seen it. Because they're on their phones. I'm like, you might see a couple of clips on Instagram or Facebook. I don't think my kids have Facebook. They have Instagram. You might see a couple of clips that are, I just want you to know, Nina and I obviously really love each other.
I love how you're trying to break this down.
And don't forget, it was an adult show for adults, and it was a comedy show.
Right.
There were a lot of jokes. When you see a stand-up comic, even though a lot of it's based on the truth, don't forget, these are still jokes. Just want to let you know that. And they were like, they thought it was funny. They're fine.
It was funny.
Because that girl got
dirty.
Got blue.
She got dirty.
Dark blue.
Yeah. Great times.
Great times. Thank you to Lion and Rose Pub and Anthem TV, one of our partners, for putting it on. All right. You can donate to this show. People already started in here. I appreciate y'all. Unsolicited, they're giving us money already. I love it.
Yeah, we got a bunch. You
donate.
want to read them all? No?
Yeah,
we can
go
back up, Jose.
Yeah, we'll go up. You can donate to us via the super chat that links when you go on there, you can super chat when you're chatting on us on the Love You Hard TV side. Which, by the way, if you're watching for the first time, thank you. Welcome to Love You Hard TV, our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. It's absolutely free.
What up, Pub?
You can buy us a coffee if you want to. We do our show from Pub Sports Radio every day, too. So shout out to those partners and Anthem TV, our app. Buy us a coffee. Jose will put the link to the Buy Me a Coffee link up on the chat each and every day. We appreciate everybody's donators. All right, scroll back up. Let's read some. We already got money flowing in here. Unsolicited. I love y'all so much. Like Pavlov, they see us come on. Ooh, let me get my check out.
Yeah,
I appreciate you. Rosie Valadez in the building, $5. Donkey Punch Mike for jinxing Halliburton last night. Save that thought. I want to get into that momentarily. What else we got? The Drew Show, $10 to make us holla. TLDR, The Hooks, A&M, CC Basketball, and baseball teams playing better. Here we are, shit talking already. All the Corpus Christi schools playing better facilities than UTSA. They play many games at Whataburger Field. It's American Bank Center on Ocean Drive, and it's always windy. Yeah, it's always beautiful right there off the ocean. Drew Show with another $2. My bad, not Hooks. Islanders.
You're talking about the hockey,
Thank you.
right.
A&M, Corpus Christi. You've got the hockey team, got the Hooks. And so, yeah, I mean, Rudy and I will probably have to go to a couple of Hooks games soon.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I think they'll probably have us in studio a couple of times. The high school football scene in Corpus is massive. Of course it is, like everybody else in Texas. Wouldn't be shocked if you see Rudy and I do some hits during their halftime shows on their Friday night game of the week they run each and every Friday night. Or Thursday, or actually it's a Thursday night game. So Chris Six runs a Thursday night high school game every week on one of their alternatives.
We'll be
channels.
on that one. That's their biggest game of the year.
Too.
We'll be on air with
opening week.
Yeah, the opening week.
And then the big rival games. Yeah, man.
Just to promote.
Super hype.
Corpus kicked our ass.
Thank
in
you
high
for the
school.
donation.
Where'd you go? Brandeis?
Baseball or
no, you went to
football?
Marshall.
Yeah, we got our ass beat by Corpus in the playoffs, first round.
Talking baseball, right?
Yes. By the way,
Yeah,
Tulsa
baseball.
State Fair Skyride by a coffee.
Thank you, Tulsa.
Oh, them South Texas baseball teams. Them little Latinos who can play some damn baseball.
Mark that for the first drop.
Them little Latino fellas, they can play some damn baseball.
Cal Allen has won at least 5 state championships in the last 20 years. Moody has won at least 5 state championships in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Robstown, when I was in high school years ago, Robstown was the monster down there. And then over the years, it turned into Cal Allen and then Moody. Hell, Cal Allen's softball team just won state last week.
Yeah.
I mean, the baseball scene there is unbelievable.
I did some PA work
Mm-hmm.
for high school baseball for Harlandale.
Mm-hmm.
It was some team from Corpus that came up here, and it was like a small D2 versus high school.
It's different.
It's different.
Sinton on a lower, even Sinton, like a smaller school, they've had a power in baseball for years and years. It's just that whole area is just baseball intensive, and as a guy who loves baseball, which is me, I mean, it's going to be cool to be able to talk a little baseball or maybe go to a couple of games, because we're going to have to do what we did when I first got the job in San Antonio. You saw my ass out every day doing
You were
stuff.
doing ride-alongs with the cops.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Just
I don't know
trying to
about that
endear
one.
myself.
They might keep me.
You don't want to ride around the streets of Flower Bluff with CCPD?
I'm
good
good with
on
that,
that.
too. Yeah, no thank you. By the way, they deport my ass. I know how that goes. Tulsa State Fair Skyride, by the way, said, I'm back, got torn down in Tulsa, but a theme park in Iraq purchased and moved the ride and reassembled it. So,
You've been reassembled in
coffee.
Iraq?
yeah, that's what the Tulsa State Fair Skyride said.
Better than Iran, I guess, these days.
So.
Kenny's in here. Mike and Rudy need to do a bit on that new big-ass bridge in Corpus.
I'm good on that.
They just finished. They got this new, beautiful, terrifying bridge they
I'm
built.
good on that.
They still have the old one there.
I go across it, not stop.
Remember
and
the
stand
old,
on it.
the old rickety white one. When I lived in Corpus as a kid in the '80s, I was terrified of that effing giant rickety ass white bridge that goes straight up and then straight down on the
Right.
other side to get from one end of the bay to the other.
Yeah.
And it creeped my ass out every single time. And it's like, and we had to ride on it every day to
Yeah.
do shit. And it creeped me out every freaking time. When we went to Corpus the other day. I didn't go on that sumbitch.
No.
We purposely did not go on that side of the city. We went downtown to Landry's. Then we did the art walk, and we went to White Cat Beach, which is opposite direction
Right.
from that damn bridge, because it terrified me as a kid, and I associate nightmares with that damn thing.
Yeah.
Maybe now that I'm an old man and I'm not a kid anymore, maybe I will do a bit on that bridge to like get over the fear. Maybe I'll do a bit where I'll walk from one end of that bridge to the other.
Jesus.
It's walkable underneath the deck.
I'm good.
All right.
Shout out to all you guys in here from Pub Sports Radio.
Yeah, man. Shout out
Wine
to
Time,
Spud.
all y'all.
What's up, Pub? How y'all doing, man? Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate everybody for jumping in here. Sorry it's a long setup today, but we're excited about our Corpus thing. Hyped what happened on Saturday night. Had a really, really good time. All right, let's get on with business. Show's presented in part by Jay Ribaldo, the official.
What
real
up,
estate-
Jay?
That man's becoming a mogul.
That-
You know, we talk so often about how
Well, when you're getting commission checks from in the building, You can travel the world.
I know, right?
I'm kidding, Jay.
That guy, I don't know where his ceiling is. He ain't even close to it yet. That dude. And, we talk a lot about, modest single-family households, when we talked about Jay. But just as a reminder, if you got a little higher budget, Jay also was in the big. He's also in the big house market.
Yeah, he shared one with me yesterday on Instagram. That was a beautiful home.
56 Monarca Boulevard up at Mita Lomas Garden in Bernie. That just got posted. It's a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, 3,100 plus square feet, listed at $899K. However, that's a $3 million home in Austin. That's
Easy.
a $2 million home in Dallas. And
$10 million in Cali.
Oh my God, that's a $10 million home in Redondo Beach, California.
Easy.
But in San Antonio and Bernie, it's $899. So yeah, on the higher end of things, Jay does that too. High end, middle class, and blue collar family, working class houses too. Commercial real estate property, land. Jay does it all. 210-887-1081. You can email him at jribaldo@kw.com. You can also reach out to his website and just check it out. All the specs he's got on there, all budgets, all family types. It's ribaldo.com. Ribaldo.com. All right. Shall we get into last night?
Kind of anticlimactic with what happened.
I hated that.
I hate that. We'll just start with the elephant in the room. I feel bad for Hallie because it's like, I text y'all, you lose a season for 3 games, but those 3 games are in the NBA Finals. It's almost the same thing happened to Kevin Durant in that Finals versus Toronto. Mm-hmm. The same exact thing, and then you lose a year. Only good thing, if you're trying to, glass half full it, Hallie's a lot younger, and he'll bounce back fine. I mean, in this day and age, with the technology and the rehab stuff we have these days. But there was a time if you tore your Achilles, that meant your career was over.
Pretty much.
Now, 10 months you're back and in action. So speedy recovery to Hallie, but I hate that happens in a Game 7 when he was cooking. Mm-hmm. That was a game. OKC was down at the half. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then after that, it just kind of OKC came out in the second half and kind of put it away.
Reality kicked in. So I wanted to, there's so many different opinions on Halliburton.
Did you jinx him? There's the
I don't
Taylor
even know what that means. How the hell did I jinx him? I picked Oklahoma to win the game.
You did.
I was rooting for Indiana. He had a bad calf for 2 weeks. They knew it was a ticking time bomb. They were just hoping to get him through one last game. So you just lost a kid probably for a year. Makes next season maybe even a wash, which sucks.
I doubt he plays next year.
Totally sucks. But was it worth trying? Was it worth it, or should they have held him out for Game 7?
See, this is when I think again everything always goes back to the Spurs with me. Sorry, Pub. Pop doesn't let him play.
He let Kawhi try.
Well, remember, I think Kawhi could have came back in that Golden State series
on the ankle.
But Pop wouldn't let him play.
Because
remember, there's the viral clip of Tony Parker going, Pop, I'm 29 years old. I haven't played in 30 days. I'm only 29. And Pop's like, damn it, get back out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes you got to keep these guys from themselves. That's a tough call, man. Because there's no guarantee you ever get. Allen Iverson went to one final. Mm-hmm. There's no guarantee you ever get back here. So I guess you let him go.
And he was cooking, like you said.
He was cooking.
And they probably win the game if he doesn't get hurt. I mean,
you think so?
In hindsight, it's easy for the sports talk douche to say that.
A lot of people feel that way, though.
Rudy, they still had the lead at the half without him.
Right.
He was rolling. And Indiana was not going to get blown out. Indiana was going to keep that. Hell, they kept it close when they got back to within 10 when they were down 20. Those guys don't quit. And with Halliburton out there, see, I wondered whether or not he should have been out there at all, because it's like you're playing with 4-on-5 on defense. He can't go lateral. He can't do anything. So, and when he first got hurt, I was texting buddies. This may actually benefit Indiana, because now you don't have Would you rather have a healthy guy who's not as good as Tyrese Halliburton or a hobbled Halliburton? Of course, he shut my ass up with a quick made 3 threes right off the bat.
Yeah.
But still, though, I thought, okay, he's out, and that sucks. Indiana needed a minute to kind of get to process what they just saw, him getting hurt like that, as awful as it was for everybody to see him banging on the floor in agony. But then when they got their mental shit together, now you don't have a hobbled guy out there. I thought Indiana still had a puncher's chance. And hell, they had a 1-point lead. But in the third quarter, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And if I'm in Oklahoma and I'm a biased Thunder fan, and I hear somebody say they would have won the game if Halliburton hadn't got hurt, I'd have been like, bitch, please, we got SGA. I still think Oklahoma probably wins the game.
Scoring champ, MVP,
Yep.
Finals MVP.
Yep.
Only 3 men have done it. Lou Alcindor, a.k.a. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, and you guessed it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Only 3 men on the planet have ever done all of those things in one season. I left someone else. There was somebody that's not on that list.
And I think only 2 teams, maybe 3, have ever won more games in a season. Total.
Yeah, I think the Bulls,
Warriors,
and the Warriors.
I think that's it.
Yeah, they won.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
2 Bulls teams, 1 Warriors team. Yeah.
But
Damn.
it's not like we're putting this OKC team up there with a great team.
No, I'm
ever,
not doing that yet.
But they had a damn good season, and what was an oddball season, for sure. Lots of injuries. The Luka trade was insane. It's been a hell of a year.
It has been, man. I
hell
mean,
of a year.
you had Bernard brings up a good point. No, we won't have Tatum or Hallie next year.
That sucks.
And a lot of the old guys, and I want to put something to bed. A lot of the older guys, and this has become a thing. A lot of these guys play in low tops, and there's a lot of people are trying to put that on these Achilles. But this is what I'll say: y'all do know soccer players wear low tops. They run for 90 minutes and they can't come out the game. I mean, they tape their ankles just like basketball players. I'm not putting any of this on low top basketball shoes.
Is that because the guy that's on your shirt really popularized low top basketball shoes?
He did popularize the low top basketball. Although Zeke wore low tops. Isaiah Thomas, if you don't know who I'm talking about.
I did actually.
Zeke wore low tops, but Kobe made it to where, and Kobe's reasoning was because Kobe's a huge soccer. He was like, soccer players wear them. Why shouldn't we? So I'm not correlating those two things, low tops and Achilles. It's just maybe 82 is too much. I don't know. Or just sometimes bad shit happens. I don't know, but it does seem more frequent. The Achilles tear does seem a lot more frequent now. I don't know what to put that on. These guys get load managed, so I don't know what's going on. I mean, because this year we had Dame, Tatum, and Hallie.
All wearing the number 0, by the way.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
Isn't that a weird stat?
Yeah, that's your weird stat of the
What's
day.
up with that?
I don't know.
Shout out to Gilbert Arenas.
The curse of 0.
I didn't even
For real?
know that.
It's a good point. He just brought that up. I'm seeing them. I can see them all in my head right now. They all wear 0. That's weird. I just more guys wear 0 now, though. I guess.
Whatever.
It is weird.
It's gonna be a weird
No
year.
one will wear it again.
No Dame, no Hallie, no Tatum next year.
Yeah, no.
I don't know how, if you're an NBA guy, like a superstar, get your ass to the East, man.
Yeah, the East is.
Come on.
The East, you're right. If the Cavs can't win the East next year, they just never gonna win it.
Yeah, like the Pistons have a chance next year as well.
Sure.
Like there's so
The
many
Knicks.
teams. Yeah, the Knicks. Like there's so many teams in the East.
Does
that
Knicks have a
shot.
coach yet?
No, they don't.
No.
They're still rating higher Rick Bunsen. Like
They are.
The draft is Wednesday. Do they plan on bringing somebody
Dude,
in?
like, who are you gonna have your draft pick meet? The GM?
I guess.
They're gonna hire Rick Brunson. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. for
Yeah,
that one.
Rudy still is calling Jalen Brunson's daddy. We'll get the job.
Pistons might win the East. AOD.
Watch out for those Orlando Magics. Watch
Yeah.
out for the
They
Magic.
did make a good trade.
Dude, yeah, they're
Yeah.
good.
They got
They're
little
good, too.
dinosaur arms over there
Yeah.
now.
They're good, man. They are.
What's his name?
Desmond Bain.
Desmond Bain. Little dinosaur arms.
TCU's own, sir.
That little motherfucker should be a power lifter.
Yeah, he's a stud. I didn't see that coming. He was good in college, but to do this?
No, I didn't see this.
No, I don't think anybody.
Not with those arms.
We need to measure Rudy's wingspan. To
Oh,
see if
dude,
he's got
my wingspan is all of 5'6", bro. I got little arms, bro.
We should measure our wingspan.
Mike Taylor's got that.
Yeah, he got me on that.
I'd like to see that.
You know what they say about guys with long wingspans?
What do they say?
They got small penises.
I bet Wemby shit hangs to the floor. I doubt that.
I don't believe that.
Oh, and by the way,
no, I don't believe it either.
and then before we leave NBA talk,
No, we got a while to go on the NBA talk. We're gonna make this last a minute.
Chet 1,
Hang on. Oh God.
Wemby 0.
Can I get a live spot in before we do this?
Chet
Can I at
1,
least get one live spot in? 'Cause
Wemby
this is gonna
0.
Take over. You know what? There's a tease for the next topic on this show.
All right, let's go.
If you want to partner with us, if you want to partner with In the Building, reach out to us. Rudy and I are very reachable. We're probably the most, I don't know, we're the most available people in town that do what we do, I would say. We're
Freedom.
very friendly. Reach out to us if you would like to partner. And we got many partners with us now, but we ain't never going to turn any more partners down. We're never going to cap it. May have to add another show, which is a good problem to have. But if you want to partner with us as a sponsor, reach out to me and or Rudy, and we will take care of you. It is In the Building, presented in part also by Executive Armoring. These boys here, boy, they made us. They had a fun time on Saturday.
Leroy was feeling good. And we say that, shout out to Executive Armoring.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you for bringing the guys through and buying your VIP tickets. Leroy had a good time.
Yeah. He
Leroy
did.
had a good time.
Real good time.
He was heckling us.
Yeah, he had front row center.
Front row center and was talking
and was
shit.
heckling the whole time. My boys, it is Executive Armoring. They don't just build cars. They build confidence on wheels. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm riding around in an armored car. I'm gonna feel like I can do it. I'm gonna flip off people just because I can.
Right.
Not that you should. Military grade ballistic glass to full 360 perimeter protection. Bulletproof and armored vehicles are designed to keep you secure without sacrificing your style, your comfort, or your performance. It's just whether you're an executive or just a dude that just wants to have bulletproof windows, or a politician, or just a dude. It is Executive Armoring. They armor cars over there. In addition to many things, contact Wild Leroy. It's his new name, Wild Ass Leroy.
Thank you, Gene.
210-716-4606. You can email them info.armoring@gmail.com. Info.armoring@gmail.com.
And just to let you know that advertising with us works, and I'm only saying this because he announced it at our show.
He did.
Executive Armoring is armoring as soon as he gets it. He's been on the waiting list, but Sammy ordered this fancy G-Wagon that's a waiting list. But as soon as that G-Wagon hits Sammy's driveway, it's headed to Executive Armoring.
Yes, sir.
Sammy's going to get it armored. So Sammy's been into that, but he's always sent them to Florida. He doesn't have to do that anymore now that Executive Armoring's here. So Executive Armoring plus Sammy's embroidery equals In the Building advertising works. Thank you, Gene.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm only saying it because they announced it, and Sammy gave the okay.
Right. Absolutely.
So the G-Wagon is getting armored.
So you're saying that Executive Armoring decided to partner with In the Building, and within the month they already had an account.
Yeah, so they need to stay with us for 6 months.
No shit.
Shit. Who knows what that costs?
Yes, Drew, I need to start tanning. I blame my pool guy.
You have a pool guy?
At the condoplex that I live in.
Oh.
We all have a pool guy.
It's your pool guy.
I don't mind a pool guy as long as he don't try to fuck my wife.
Okay. That's fair. By the way,
I thought I'd let that hang out there for a minute.
I just wanted to let you guys know this as well. This might shock Rudy. I'm bigger than Wemby. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the table right now.
We're back to
Bye,
Wemby's
Jose.
penis. I knew he wouldn't be able to focus
He
on
couldn't
anything
get past
else.
that. That was 6
No,
minutes
I can't
ago.
believe. Yeah, I was just thinking
It
about it.
was
I was like,
6 minutes ago.
I'm definitely bigger
We've
than
done a
Wemby.
live spot already. We've segued to the next topic.
Definitely bigger than
What are
Wemby.
we doing? Alex
even
Caruso
that.
is the GOAT, Cactus Black.
College Station Zone. The hell was I going to say? You threw me off with Wemby's
got
penis talk.
Big arms, whatever. You
Oh,
were going to
geez.
talk
No.
about
Pool
KD.
guy. You're talking about
Yes.
tan.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah. So our pool hadn't worked yet, man. It's almost July.
There's no pool?
No.
That's bullshit. I want to off my rent. I want some
That's what
money
I'm
off.
saying. You going to prorate my effing rent? So we had pipe issues. They fixed the
Wow.
first pipe last week. But apparently this pool needs 2 pipes.
Yeah,
And
it
so
does.
they're
Double
working
penetration.
They're working on the second pipe today. It's supposed to be ready by the end of the week. And I'll be out there in my Speedo getting nice and tan for TV. And what I've also learned today is don't wear white shirts on television.
No.
My father's a huge banana hammock guy. Huge.
We're back on the penises.
Well,
You mentioned
these
Speedo.
internationals.
That's true.
Oh, he wears like the thong.
Yeah.
the
International
banana
men wear
hammock,
Speedos. It's
Speedos,
not
yeah.
a. It's
How
not a
old
big
is
deal.
your father?
He's way too old to be wearing that.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
Yeah.
shouldn't. I would never wear one. I'm an American. American men don't.
I
wear
don't
that
care if
shit.
I'm in Spain. I don't give a Greece. I ain't putting on a banana
But
hammock.
at some point, even if you're a European, at some point there should be a cutoff age, like 35. Like no one needs to see that.
Rudy almost throw up thinking about it.
Yeah, I
Nobody
did.
wants to see that. All right. Speaking of throwing up, let's hear your Chet take.
No, I don't have a Chet take.
Yeah, you do.
I don't have a Chet
You
take.
ready to call scoreboard?
No, I'm just saying Chet 1, Wemby 0.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all you want to say.
I just look. Let me let y'all in on a little secret. You get the ring no matter what. Chet averaged 15, 9, and 2 blocks. All right. Oh, look. All I'm saying is, you know what Manu averaged his first finals? 9. You know what Tony averaged his first finals? 14. So while we talking shit about Chet like he's some spare, and whether we like it or not, him and Wemby are linked just because they're the same height. But in his first finals, he averaged 15, 9, and 2 blocks. Wemby 0, Chet 1. He's up. That's it. There's no debating that. That's not a debate.
Alex Caruso 2, Wemby none.
Well, Alex
Since
Caruso,
we're doing that.
Alex Caruso went to the podium last night and said he finally got a real one.
Yeah, he did.
He said that.
That was a shitty thing to say.
And I know LeBron probably blocked him.
Yeah, probably.
Like, oh, fucking Caruso's blocked. He'll
Called
never
him.
play in this. But never play in this league
no,
again.
Chet was fantastic.
Chet
last
was
night.
great.
He was dominant.
He's
Yeah.
better than Wemby.
Yeah, he dominated. He
Aw.
dominated Nicholas Mathurin and
Oh, my
JJ
God. Here you
Stockton.
go, Mike. Here you go.
no, that's great. Reggie Miller wasn't out there last night. Neither was Tyrese Halliburton.
For the longest, we said Tony was better than Chris Paul because he had 4 rings. We said Manu was better than Dirk because he had 4 rings.
I didn't say that.
Not you.
No, not we. Let me see. I'm looking at the Spurs roster here. Let's see.
Don't do
Let me
this.
get my glasses out. I'm just going to take a look
Well,
at the Spurs
if this
roster.
roster's so bad, Mike, you should have wanted KD.
I don't see any MVPs on the roster for the Spurs.
That's a mic drop.
SGA. No, look, dude. Look, first of all, as a basketball
He
fan,
balled his ass off last
as a
night.
basketball fan, I'm happy for Sam Presti. He's family.
Great point.
I don't give a shit about Oklahoma as a town. That's the Seattle Supersonics, and it sucks they couldn't keep the team. Blah blah blah. I'm happy for Sam. Happy for those guys that spent 20 years working here. All it does is it just makes Pop's tree even stronger.
Great point.
Pop has a fucking redwood tree in California of a coaching tree. You know what I'm saying? It's unbelievable.
shit.
And GMs and shout out to RC Buford too. I mean, Sam was RC's protege. Blah blah blah. As a basketball fan, who's worried about a lack of superstars in the league right now,
That's fair. That's a fair worry.
to see Chet kind of blossom these last couple of games as a hoops fan was nice.
He's the third best player on the team.
And look, the games, it's turned into a wingman's shooter's game.
Amen.
It just has. And I still love, maybe it's my age, I love to see a big man out there kicking ass on D. I love it,
5
man.
blocks last night.
Love it. So, yeah, Chet was great. And maybe that was his coming up party. Maybe,
But don't you
maybe
think
Chet
if
turns
he-
into an all-star next
Like, let's say they can't keep Jalen Williams. You
Mhm.
don't think he could be a legit superstar sidekick
I do think
Shea
I
Gilgeous?
absolutely think so. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And they were talking about him last night. His ability, first of all, he never stayed healthy. Been in the league, missed an entire year. Missed how many games this year? Almost 40 games.
Yeah. He's injury prone.
Big
I'll give
time.
you that.
And if he can get over that, and he needs some fucking teeth whitener. My God, he ugly.
He probably vapes.
You can control that teeth. Okay, you can't control what your mama and daddy look like because it's gonna look you're just gonna be ugly. But you can control them teeth. Come on. So there's got to be a dentist in Oklahoma City who can help him.
How did this go from
With
great games
He's
to
just
get some
ugly.
teeth white?
He's a very ugly young man. Well,
What?
but he was
Yo.
very good at basketball last night.
Yo, he's a very ugly young man. Mark that. That's a drop.
He was very good last night. He was more valuable last night because Jalen had 40 in Game 6. Just saying.
Great point.
He was the second best guy on the court last night.
Jalen didn't have it going.
No, he didn't.
Jalen showed up with some camel hair purse I knew he was gonna play like shit.
What an old man thing to say. You wear a fucking purse to the game, you know you're gonna suck tonight. Camel hair. No,
I
it
don't
was
know
great.
what that was.
Tears of joy for Jalen Williams. That was sweet. At the end of the day, when I removed my Spurs fandom and just look at I enjoyed that. We went to the Rock last night and actually watched the game at the Rock.
That's a good watch.
Great watch. Had a good time.
Right.
Had the kids, and it was to watch that. It's just the agony of defeat. To see those Pacers come into the huddle and Reggie and Tyrese are there, Reggie Miller. And Reggie's
Hallie waiting in the tunnel on crutches touched me.
It
was in my field. I saw McConnell crying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That touched me. I like to see guys crying after
McConnell
a
just
loss.
disappeared in Reggie Miller's arms. Whew, that was tough.
And
then on the other end, just the work those kids put in Oklahoma. This is an Oklahoma team, a franchise, that had James Harden, Kevin Durant, who we're about to talk about, and Russell Westbrook.
Serge Ibaka.
Couldn't keep any of it.
Yeah, that was a team. They made it to the finals, but LeBron got their ass.
Presti just regroups, rebuilds. They won 24 games 3 years ago.
He was trying things. Since we're talking about Kevin Durant coming, he tried to bring in Paul George. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Tried to bring in CP3.
Right.
They got better, but it didn't work. And then he said, you know what? I'm going to just go with my draft picks.
Right. Let's just develop our own kids.
Well, he did get Shea. But he got Shea. Keep in mind.
He got roosted.
Like,
he got
the thing about it, Shea grew into this. He was already nice. He came from Kentucky. They developed Shea. Shea developed himself, and then he turned into this. So even then, I would still consider this built, not bought.
So I think a really good point, and you mentioned in chat, actually put this in my head, what the Spurs can take.
Is that the trade right there? Jesus.
Wow. All that for Paul George. Good Lord. Paul George is not even a superstar. He's just pretty good.
No, yeah, he's pretty good.
He's just pretty good.
Right.
Lord. What as a Spurs, now let me put my Spurs hat back on. As a Spurs fan, what I'm jealous of, and now what I want my team to do, is why don't we go ahead and develop our guys now? We talking about, let's go trade for Giannis. Let's go trade for KD. How about we fucking develop from within? You can go get KD all you want.
I'm fine with
either way. If you ain't developing your own guys, you ain't going to go where you need to go. Mm-hmm. We ain't the Lakers. We're not going to trade for a championship. We can't do that.
No.
We're never going to do that. We develop our own. And it's time to develop your own. It's time for Wemby. Okay, you got this going with Chet. It's time for Wemby to become the starting center for the All-Star team for the next 10 years starting next season.
He will be.
It's time for De'Aaron Fox, who they did trade for what it's worth, to get used to being here and become a star shooting guard.
I think Wemby will probably be top 3 MVP votes next season.
No sophomore.
I don't know if he'll win it, but I think he'll be top 3 MVP votes.
I don't have time for a sophomore slump from Steph Castle. I need you to kick ass.
He will.
And I need Dylan Harper, assuming they draft him Wednesday, which I 99%
knowing the Spurs,
they'll
take Ace Bailey and just everybody be like, what happened? You know?
I need Dylan Harper to be a Rookie of the Year candidate. Do those things. Start developing from within. The thing that I take from the Oklahoma City run is, and SGA, they traded for him, but that didn't even barely. That whole thing was Paul George don't want to play for Oklahoma. No one said, "Ooh, SGA's future MVP." You didn't know that. He developed here.
Yeah.
The Spurs have set themselves up brilliantly to be good for the next 10 years. So do it. Now it's time to do it.
Getting Fox for a can of SpaghettiOs was so clutch.
Right.
That was a clutch trade because again, I can't tell you who they gave up or what they gave up or whether it was worth a damn, but that was clutch. But him, Harper, Castle, Wemby, playing at worst.
At worst. All right, it is in the building. Listen to the audio version of our show each and every day as part of the Believe Podcast Network on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, all of the major platforms. Show also brought to you in part by Texas Cheer Liquor, the official liquor store. Or Stoves. They got 7 of them. It was nice to see some folks from Bernie come down and see us. I figured we were up by the Dominion Saturday.
We got to go do a bit at Bernie.
We do. We absolutely do. I love meeting new people that are subscribers. Like people, all you OGs that come to all of our things.
Love y'all too.
Love you hard. You're the foundation. it was nice to meet some new folks that I'd never met or heard of before. Had a couple of couples come down from Bernie because we were up by the Dominion. They made the drive in. It was great to meet some new folks.
No.
And what'd he say? That guy, David, y'all need to come do a thing at the Bernie, Texas Cheer Liquor by my house.
Yeah, I don't remember. It was not too long ago. Renee was telling me before 11 a.m. one day, she had 3 in the building people.
Okay.
Now, our people like to drink. Obviously, they buying liquor before 11 a.m., but at least they let Renee know because she tracks all of that. So, yeah, don't
Let's
forget
get
to
up
mention
there.
in the building.
Let's go hang out in Bernie.
We'll carpool.
Let's do it. I'm down. All right. 7 locations from Bernie all the way down to the I-90 location. It is Texas Cheer Liquor. Take advantage of their sweet hookups for June. They got June specials right now rolling. And at all 7 of these locations, when you mention in the building, Rudy just referenced a second ago, you get 5% off your order when you mention in the building at all area. Texas Cheer Liquors. There are 7 in town. It is Texas Cheer Liquor. All right. Bookie, you got a picture of the hats that Oklahoma City got last night.
This will go. It's about punch. You want to roll in the punch?
Oh,
This
you want?
is my
Okay,
punch, yeah.
okay. This is good. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's just get violent then here on In the Building. On Love You RT.
Now, it's time for People I Want to Punch on In the Building.
All right, presented by the official law firm of In the Building. Bring it down just a scope, sir. Thank you. Orlando Kell, the official family lawyer of In the Building, brings People I Want to Punch. For more, here's Rudy.
I'm gonna just punch the NBA. They just, first of all, y'all
Adam Silver.
already know nobody cared about this finals. You dropped the ball with the court. The court looked like shit. It looked like an in-season tournament. And then you give the Oklahoma City Thunder this bullshit. That is the worst hat in NBA Finals history. And there have been some bad hats. That shit, I swear, I could get that on Petrenko.
That is not
At
a
a gas
Sanders
station.
embroidery hat.
I could get that hat on Petrenko at a gas station. Adrian Robles could give us better hats than that. What NBA? Nobody cared about this finals. The floor looked like shit. Now you tell me the hats look like shit too? My God, NBA, what are you doing? This is the lowest rated finals ever, and you can't come up with a better hat than that?
Look at that.
Yeah, that was definitely like they had the whole hat like champions 2024, 25, and then just had the little.
Am I
circle.
overreacting or is that bad?
No, that's terrible. Look how ugly the logo part is. You
I-
talking about some rinky-dink, makeshift, last-minute sew job.
Like you normally, like the people OKC, you waking up today, you want to order your championship package. I don't want that.
No, that logo's going to come off.
It is.
It's so shitty on there.
That is awful.
The stitch in Champions, it's going to come unraveled in 6 months. Not even going to read it anymore.
And I'm cool with the I like a tassel hat. Is that the tassel across the
Yeah,
brim?
I like tassels.
I like the tassel. I'm a Texan. We like we like them tassels, but that's bad.
That's bad.
Get that out of here. Take that off, Shay. You're better than that.
That
Best
hat
dressed
is-
man in the NBA.
That's all. That hat is cheeks, man.
Yeah, it's cheeks.
Yeah, damn right. JH, it could be Velcroed on.
Yeah, that's awful. Who you punching?
It's almost. He's right. It's almost like they just had a bunch of Velcros
That's
and they
awful,
wait till the
dude.
game to be over. Oh, start popping them Thunder hats on real quick. Damn, they need to fly to Bangladesh and kick the kids that made them hats in the
Yeah.
factory. God dang.
It's
man.
not a surprise that all these guys are selling. The Celtics sold, the Lakers sold, Mark
And
Cuban sold. The
Nuts.
NBA's going down.
And how about the Thunder also? Before your punch, getting the parade buses ready before the game. And Carlisle saw it.
That's big balls.
Carlisle saw. I remember that happened here
Yeah.
when we were playing 05.
Mm-hmm.
And it was game 6. We were up 3-2. And the parade schedule got out. And Rasheed Wallace and the Pistons were pissed. Ended up winning game 6. So obviously, Spurs went on to win. But I wouldn't have done that. It worked out.
I wouldn't have let that get out.
If I'm going to decorate the buses and get the buses ready for the parade, I'm going to make sure the Pacers don't see it. Carlisle was
Right.
pissed about it.
Yeah.
Carlisle was like, I see the video. It's probably going to go viral. But yeah, I thought that was cute.
I see why. Logistically, you got
gotta
to get
plan
them
it.
ready.
But I'm
Don't
going
let
to make
that
sure the
get
Pacers.
rolled on.
Yeah, I'm going to put up a big old tarp or something. I'm not going to let the Pacers. It almost bit them in the ass if Hallie don't go down because
Dude.
they played like they were pissed off about it.
God, Game 7s are wild ass. You just think about all the things that go into them, the emotion, the planning.
Yeah.
Like I remember 2006 when I was working on the Metro 6, Mavs and Heat, Game 7, and Pat Riley he didn't bring a change of clothes on the plane.
Well, Game 6, they beat them in 6, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, Game 6, yeah. He didn't want to go back to Miami for Game 7. He brought no change of clothes because he planned on flying back to Miami that night. We're going to win Game 6.
I love it.
It just the Game 7 storylines that you see after the fact, they're just always great. The pressure, it may have been a goofy season.
It was goofy.
Y'all may not care about Oklahoma or in Indiana, but a Game 7 is always badass. And I know Halliburton got hurt and that sucked, but just the emotion on both ends of the floor when the game was over. That's just It wasn't about money at that point. It's about sports. Absolutely.
Who you punching?
I'm going to punch, hopefully soon to be former college baseball umpire.
Oh, good punch. This is unfortunate.
Angel Campos.
Well, first of all, congrats to LSU. But let's talk about Mr. Angel Campos.
This asshole, Angel Campos.
In the chip.
In Game 2 of a deciding game in the National Championship World Series for college. This asshole lets his ego get involved.
Yes.
And runs the head coach of Coastal Carolina.
In inning 1.
In the first inning. That was some bullshit.
Yeah,
Had that been in the NBA or the NFL, this would have been global news.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying that it cost Coastal the win, but it damn sure cost them a
It didn't
chance
help.
to have a chance.
Right.
We got video you're running here, and then go back. Can you go back to where the other umpire falls? An umpire comes in and falls over. Watch his leg. He look like me trying to dunk. Boom. Look at them legs. Boom. So this ump here gets pissed off, and he's embarrassed now because he falls. He tripped over the other umpire's foot.
Right.
The ump, now after this, they throw Coastal Carolina's first base coach out of the game. He's like, wait, what? These two umps got embarrassed.
Yep.
The home plate umpire wasn't going to get showed up by no Coastal Carolina coach.
Bro,
then the other ump that falls, he blames the first base coach for him falling over the umpire's foot.
In this type of game,
embarrassing.
In this game like that, as a ref or an ump, going in, I'm going to allow a little bit of emotion.
It's the title game.
I got to allow a little bit of emotion. I'll let you get it all out, coach. Keep it calm. Calm down. I'm trying to be patient with you, Skip. I'm trying to be patient with you.
Right.
But you got to have way more leash than that. That was unfortunate. Again, I'm not saying that's why LSU won, but you don't run the Skip in inning 1. Hell no.
Bullshit. Campos should be suspended at the beginning of next season.
The fact that I know his name is a problem.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, it's a problem.
What was the terrible umpire in Major League Baseball? I thought it was Angel Hernandez there for a little while.
Yeah, who, the one that messed up the perfect game?
How about no more umps named Angel in any baseball? That was pathetic. LSU was awesome. They got the best team. Kate Anderson, their ace pitcher. He's the number 1 overall pick in the draft next week. LSU's won 2 out of 3. They've won 8 natties since like 1990.
That's insane.
The SEC has now won 6 straight national championships in baseball, 11 of 16.
So they dominate baseball.
Big Southern John Plantation country.
Damn.
Yeah.
And Texas is back.
Dude, that was bullshit.
So you got the SEC title in softball and the SEC title in baseball, huh?
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
Big Southern John Plantation country. That's how we roll.
Is
Rudy. All right. Thank you to Orlando Kill. He brings us people I want to punch each and every day. Do not punch your soon-to-be ex-wife. Bust her ass in court. If you punch her, then you're going to get beat in court. You can't be punching folks, especially ladies and especially your soon-to-be ex-wife. Take care of her in court, especially if you are a father. Orlando Kill will defend anybody in court. Women too, of course. But he has a special place in his heart, because he is one, for daddies. Father's Day was the other day. A lot of fathers have bad Father's Days. I got to see my babies on Father's Day, thank God. It was great. I got to see 3 of the 4 anyway. But divorces suck for everybody. It's certain in the beginning anyway. It's emotional, this kind of thing. Orlando, it's a business agreement with him. You handle the emotional part. Let Orlando take care of your finances.
Amen.
Especially if you're a daddy. It's Orlando Kell, 210-775-4995. You can email him, orlandokell.law@gmail.com.
Yeah, it was Jim Joyce. Poor bastard was crying. I felt bad for Jim.
Who cost my buddy, Armando Galarraga.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my guy too.
Yeah.
Venezuelan.
So poor,
That's right.
like I felt genuinely bad for Jim Joyce because he was balling.
Yeah.
He's hated in Venezuela. He would have been.
Oh, for sure.
He would have been the first Venezuelan to throw.
Are
a
you
perfect game.
serious?
Yeah, and then it was King Felix.
That's right. Damn.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, King Felix.
He's not dead.
Oh, who's the one that died on the boat?
His career's over.
That's Jose Fernandez.
Okay, I got my Latinos mixed up. They all look alike.
That's funny. Rudy thought about saying it. They all thought, fuck it. They all look alike.
Man.
Damn.
Shout out to Armando, my former neighbor in Austin.
Shout out to him.
My kids went to school with his kid. He's a good dude, man.
Mike, a supporter of Venezuelans for a long time now.
Yeah. Armando, he runs a really nice baseball camp up in Austin. So
Oh, cool.
for our Austin peeps, and he actually just posted this week, Orlando's looking to, I'm going to give him free pub. Armando's baseball camp up in Travis County. They're looking for kids for the fall league. So y'all reach out to Armando Galarraga's baseball league.
That was your neighbor?
Austin. Yeah. lived
That's
down
pretty
the block.
cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
You, Mike, are now allowed in Venezuela. I can give you the pass now for helping us out. So
Oh, I'm
much.
now allowed?
Yeah, you've got the pass.
As long as they'll let me bring my own water, because I was told not to drink the water in Caracas.
Well, it's a roll of dice every time.
They call it cacacas. You have to bring your own water.
Mm-hmm.
Like that dad joke here, week
Yeah,
after Father's Day.
That was good. Nina would have appreciated that one.
It's just for you, sir. Wages for you. Okay. All right. We've talked a lot of NBA. All right. Yesterday, we find out that KD found out on a podium at the Fanatics Fest in Vegas, which was funny.
That was awesome. He's sitting on stage like, oh. He actually, if you look at the reaction,
He may have known.
he might have known, but
He didn't know it was going to get out.
KD wanted to be a Spur. I could tell by his body language.
You think so?
KD wanted to be a Spur. You want to go play with the Turkish Terminator, which is a good player.
Sure.
Amen Thompson is going to be a stud. He's probably on his way to being a superstar. You want to
Yeah,
play
he's
with
good.
Wemby and Castle. If
Yeah,
you
he did. I don't understand, because Houston's closer to winning a chip.
Are they? They made it. They were the 2 seed, but they got
damn well better be. They got Kevin Durant. They better win the fucking
Here
championship
he goes
now.
with this shit.
I was told KD was a great decision, and the Spurs should have traded for him.
Here he goes.
I said no. I'm
Yeah.
happy. This is great. Great news. I don't even care that he wound up in Houston.
I'll say this. Keep in mind, they kept Reed Shepherd on the shelf, and he's a baller.
Don't know why.
They got Van Fleet. Amen's going to be a superstar.
I love Van
The
Vliet.
Turkish Terminator. You still got the big New Zealander or Australian, whatever the hell
Love
he is.
Steven Adams.
They're-
I like the Rockets. They're just a likable
They're
team.
better.
Ime
They got
Udoka.
better. Jalen Green's a fake superstar.
Well, he's also only 23. We'll see what
Baby
happens.
mama hot, but he's a fake superstar.
Who's his baby mama?
Someone they call Drea.
Oh,
Oh, she's a soccer player, one name.
Yeah.
she's not on my Rolodex.
Type in Drea.
How do y'all feel, Spurs fans? Our former assistant GM won a chip last night, and Ime Udoka is one step closer to winning one in Houston.
How the fuck do you spell Drea?
Draya, bro. Damn.
A-Y-A,
Sound it out.
Drea.
I was really bad
Drea.
at spelling. I got 60s routinely at spelling.
Drea. Okay. That's great. She's going to enjoy the Phoenix Sun. Good for her. Was she one of these professional groupies that
She
hooks
sells
up with ball
swimsuits.
players?
Yes.
Sells swimsuits.
Yes.
Respect.
Okay.
She was with Tyrod Taylor.
Are you serious? I love how these chicks.
Gilbert
How do you
Arenas.
become a bounce around girl?
God, I want
Live in LA and be hot.
Of course you want to be one.
I would love to do this. It'd be awesome. Get to experience a little NBA life.
These are the
little
women
MLB
that
life.
Drake sung about. Hey there, pretty girl.
Yeah, something like that.
You know.
Live in LA and be hot.
Just trying to be that, man.
They're all trying to be that. It's a job now.
All y'all peaking All-Star Weekend.
Yes.
He's talking about these sports road lizards.
Absolutely.
They're professionals. Some of these gals have got it figured out. They know
It's a good
they know
job
the
to have.
hotels to go to.
I mean,
the
what's
bars.
the name? What's the damn sorry ass DB for the Cowboys?
Trayvon Diggs.
His baby mama got a baby by Future and Bow Wow.
God. What a
And
life.
Tyra and Trayvon Diggs. She
What a
got
life.
3. She probably gets about $70,000 a month.
What a life.
Oh my God!
I'm just trying to be me. That's trying to be me. That's it. That's all I want. Betty White.
She hit the lotto, bro.
I'm just-
Thomas in Houston's in here. The Houston sports talk radio stations today are all doing cartwheels. Got Kevin Durant. Have fun with that. There's the thing. I want to be fair. Like, I'm fair. Yes, I'm a Spurs fan. I like the Rockets. I got nothing but respect for the Rockets. I'm not an anti-Rocket at all. They did what they have to do because they're trying to win the championship next year, so they took a risk.
Yeah.
But I'm with Rudy. Jaylen Brown.
Green.
My bad. Got my colors mixed up. Was inconsistent for them this year.
He's a baller.
Well,
He
he
can hoop,
can be.
But he's
also very
expendable.
young.
But he's expendable.
They're trying to win it now.
Right.
They've got Alperen Şengün. I love Eamon
The
Thompson.
Turkish Terminator.
I
He's
love
awesome.
Fred VanVleet. Who doesn't want Steven Adams in the middle playing defense for you? You got Ime Udoka. I mean, to me, now you have KD. To me, okay, KD's 37 years old, $55 million salary.
No
He's
shit.
never happy. He ain't been on a winning team in a decade.
He said he's never.
He's never happy.
He has the red ass.
He
He's the
gets
ultimate.
tired of everybody.
He's like the
he plays
Randy Johnson of the NBA.
All
Just
he
never
does-
happy.
Yes, he's never happy. But they're willing to risk it because they're trying to win the title next season. There was no trade scenario outside of Victor Wembanyama, and not even that. You know what? I take that back. There was no trade scenario that we could have traded Houston for KD. Traded Phoenix for KD that makes the Spurs a championship contender. Well, you and I debated that.
No. Oh, I
I
think
just don't. Wemby, KD.
we'll agree to
I
disagree
don't
on
think
that.
that's a championship
But
contender.
what I'll say from Phoenix side is,
Mhm.
okay, Vassell and Keldon Johnson in the 14th pick, or Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks in the 10th pick.
I like that. That's a
better
better
for Phoenix.
package. Phoenix
Yeah, I
got
like.
more.
I'm not saying that Vassell's a scrub. I think
Right.
Vassell can play,
Yeah.
but he's not better than Jalen Green.
No, he's not.
And Dylan Brooks is a set the tone guy. So he sets the tone better than Keldon Johnson.
Yep.
And the 10th pick is better than the 14th pick.
And a lot of
So-
people hate Dylan Brooks, and I get it. That some bitch can play on my team
Any day.
Any day.
Any day.
I
Give me
love
Dylan Brooks all day
any
long.
day. That's the kind of guy. Yeah, I love that big wolf on the court
Right.
out there, pissing people off, getting in folks' skin. I think, Houston. That's my final argument. Houston had a better package to
Yes.
offer than we did.
Yes, absolutely.
And Phoenix did what was right for them. Whether KD wanted to be a Spur or not, Phoenix had to do what was best for
Yeah.
them.
Why
For
is
them.
the NHL in Houston?
It will be. That's the next franchise when the league expands again.
Do they
Vegas?
have one in Nashville?
No,
Nashville.
they're the Predators.
Yeah,
Oh,
they do.
sorry, hockey. I thought we
Yeah.
were talking
I was talking about
basketball.
hockey.
NHL.
Why doesn't? Yeah, NHL should
It'll
be in
happen.
Houston.
It will be. The very next time the NHL expands, everyone knows it'll be in Houston.
Okay.
Yeah.
It also will go to like someplace in Quebec too, like Quebec City or something like that. I don't
Something like that.
Yeah, there's gonna be another Canadian.
Okay,
team as
cool.
well.
They wanted to go to Vegas first for the obvious reasons. Then after that, Houston knows that they were next up. They got dibs after
Okay.
Vegas. Yeah,
Makes sense.
Houston will have hockey at some point. All right, show brought to you in part by GC Roofing and Construction.
Shout out to Gino.
Gino and one of his partners,
Yeah,
really good guy.
Russ
came
couldn't
to the
make it.
barbecue
Russ was
as
in
well.
Miami.
Russ had to go to the MIAO for a wedding. I think his daughter maybe got married. Shout out to
See,
Russ.
You notice all our sponsors are traveling because they make money
Oh,
from
here
us.
we go.
So
They
Russ
were in
like,
the poorhouse before
yeah,
they
they're
met
in the
us.
poorhouse before they got us. Now, Jay Ribaldo's in the Philippines twice a month.
I know. You're welcome.
Russ is down in Miami. Everybody flying around the country except me and you, Mike.
I know.
I'm kidding.
I spent my weekend on the north side of San Antonio, which was fine. I love it. Storm season is good.
Yes, it is.
It's unfortunate, but it's not like they're in the business because it's something that it's in demand. And it sucks if your roof has damage or needs to be replaced. We're in the middle of storm season. For my Corpus Christi peeps, I mean, shit, y'all know well too good about them tropical storms that come out of the Gulf. It's storm season, and Lone Star Nano Services will help GC make sure your roof not only is brand spanking new,
Protected. It's
but
simple.
they'll protect it. They
Right.
put this seal, this love sauce on there after GC gets done making the roof. Lone Star comes on there and sprays this sweet honey on there. And now you got a brand new roof that's going to go 15 years longer than the average new roof because of the nano treatment that Lone Star puts on after GC Services Roofing and Construction comes in. They go from here to Corpus Christi and back, all along the great South Texas region. GC Services Roofing and Construction and Lone Star Nano Services. All right, so let's, as we get ready to close our show today, let's talk about where the Spurs are now. All right, whether they had any interest in KD or not, it didn't happen. So as they wake up today, there's a draft on Wednesday. Rudy J assessment. All right, state of the Spurs right now, going forth.
Playoff team. Mitch is, and the other thing we didn't talk about, but we did talk about on Instant Rewind, is Pop and the gang getting out of the way and letting Mitch bring in some of his own guys.
Yeah, he hired 2 guys.
Yeah, he hired 2 of his own guys. So now we can leave this whole, Pop still running the show? No, we're going to blame Mitch if this shit goes awry. But
that's right. We should.
A playoff team, man.
Okay.
They're a playoff team.
All right. No.
Obviously, this barring Wemby's health.
Okay.
If Wemby's healthy, they're a playoff team.
Milwaukee calls you Tuesday night or Wednesday morning and says, are you sure you don't want to give up that number 2 and 3 veterans for Giannis Antetokounmpo?
I hang up.
Katuko.
I hang up because Milwaukee's desperate. And Milwaukee's going, I'm going to wait till Milwaukee's about just right before they're about to die. Because Giannis is gone. So there's no need for me to rush. Right. At this point, we hold all the cards. Y'all are going to have to give him up. I don't have to. If this was, correct. Let's say he had 4 years left on the deal, let's talk. But considering he's gone after next season, y'all got to get naked. I'm not giving you shit. I hang up the phone and say, call me in February when you're off that cocaine. Yeah. Because there's no need for me to give you the number 2 pick. Yeah. Not right now.
And get on your knees.
Yes.
Then we'll talk.
Get naked.
No temptation whatsoever to trade that number 2. We love Dylan Harper. Right now. We love Dylan Harper.
We love Dylan Harper.
That's the pick.
Nah.
All right.
We can choke him out.
All right. Rudy and I and Jose on Wednesday night will have a special edition of In the Building Draft Night.
We're gonna do a draft show
here on Love You Hard TV. Absolutely.
In studio, at home, what we doing?
Well, it's all. I have a better time in studio.
Me too.
You tell me.
We can come over.
You have a longer drive than I do.
I don't care.
Okay.
I like driving.
Wednesday night is the draft. I think it starts at 6:30. We probably ought to look at that.
I think it starts at 7, the actual draft.
We'll stay until the Spurs make their 14th pick, unless they trade it between now and then, which they still could.
I still can't believe they have the number 2 pick this year. It doesn't even make sense.
So lucky. So awesome. And yeah, Dylan Harper's got to
Would they have taken Cooper?
Good guy.
If they would have got lucky and got the 1? Was Cooper for sure?
Absolutely. Yeah.
For sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
God,
Cooper Flagg's going to be good.
He'd be so good on the Spurs, too.
He would have been awesome with Wemby. Don't even. That's
the best defensive team in the league. It'll be disgusting.
Yeah. He plays good D. He's a damn good defender.
Yeah, agree.
All right, show off some part by Slackers. They got their 13th birthday coming up at the Rector location over here by the mall.
We gotta go over there tomorrow.
We should.
Let's go over there tomorrow. Shoot
I'm
something.
down. Yeah, absolutely.
After the show tomorrow, we'll head over to North Star.
Happy early 13th birthday to the North Star Mall location, back behind the mall on Rector. It is Slackers, one of the 5 Slackers in town, the official sports, drinks, and games bar of In the Building. 13-year anniversary will come down Thursday. Join them boys over there for vendor experiences, door prizes, giveaways, special appearances by folks in town, DJs out there, EMOS and food. Good time. Those boys at Slackers, they put on parties.
They know how to party. They don't worry. No money. Nothing matters. They don't worry about the part. They don't worry about the money. They worry about everybody having a good time. Y'all come hang out with me Thursday. I'm gonna be up there. Roll some footage. Get some clips of y'all. Get some hot takes from y'all that we will air on the show.
Absolutely. All right. I don't want to bring the room down.
Oh shit!
It's a beautiful message. I want to shout out to a guy called Billy Chapa, longtime listener of both of ours and subscriber. Mike, I've listened to y'all from day one. I just lost my wife.
Damn.
She passed away 3 weeks ago to cancer. I would tell her stories y'all would have and make that woman listen to the funny ones. It will be our 22nd wedding anniversary next month in July. Seeing you happy makes me happy. I miss my wife more than you can imagine. She snapped me into being the man I am today. I was lucky to find the right one many years ago. I've had a couple of old fashions. He wrote this last night, I think, or a couple of nights ago. So I'm a little extra emotional tonight after a couple of drinks. But I hope you find what we had with your girl. I'm lucky to have had her for 22 years. Love y'all hard.
Damn.
Thank you, Billy Chopper. Yeah, that woman, she spills all my sex tea, Nina Duran, the other night. But as I sat there watching her, I thought,
Got me one.
she got me one. I got me a big old fish.
Damn, real.
Got me
Sorry
big.
about that,
Thank
Billy.
you, Billy. I appreciate that, man.
Keep your head up
And-
through
and
the
if
tough times, bro.
Me and Rudy can, watching our crazy ass and our goofball ass show helps in any way. I'm proud to hear it. Thank you, man. All right. Didn't mean to, I don't want to end that way. So I'm going to end. I'm going to shock y'all. You ready? Thank you, Greg Abbott. Shout out to the governor of the great state of Texas, Greg Abbott, who this morning vetoed the THC ban in Texas.
Because he gets high.
Stunned me.
That is
Stunned
shocking.
me.
I can't believe that.
Stunned me.
That you know
Cannot
what?
believe he vetoed
Now, the
that
people
bill.
with
Thank
money-
you, Governor Abbott.
That tells me, Mike, we may be on the way to legalizing this
not
thing.
if those other assholes in his party have their
Yeah,
way.
you're right.
I can't believe he did that.
Me neither.
He likes them rolled over the gummies. Had to get a shot in.
This is probably the most fun we've made of a paralyzed person ever. Like most time, paralyzed
He's
people
a
are off
politician.
limits.
He's out there.
Yeah.
We can do it.
So we can still buy the THC drinks at Texas Cheer Liquor.
Governor High Wheels is what I'm gonna call him now.
High Wheels, not Hot Wheels.
Thank you, Adrian. I'm shocked. I cannot believe he went against the evangelicals and vetoed the bill. Thank you, Governor Abbott. That's good. You know, Governor Abbott, he's a man of God, but he's also a man of Benjamin Franklin.
Yes.
Somebody got to his wallet. Thank you so much, whoever did. Yeah, he loves to burn out. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Governor Abbott. He vetoed the bill.
I can't
so I
believe
can
that.
keep on getting them little fizzy drinks I get at Texas Cheer Liquor.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right.
I bet you the other guy, I forget what the guy actually brings up all the bullshit in the center or whatever. That guy's pissed. The other dude, that's really annoying, but that guy's pissed as well. It's like, what the fuck? I did all this work and now you're just going to veto my bullshit.
Yeah. There it is. We're done. It's been a hell of a couple of days. We've got things to do today, so no members. We normally do them on Mondays. That's our bad. It's mostly my bad, and I apologize. I've got pressing things today.
But we'll give you 2 shows on Wednesday.
Correct. So we're going to make up for it by doing an in-the-building bonus for everybody on Wednesday during the draft. Should be a good time. I expect a lot of people to watch. They're having a big party out at the Rock. We're going to have correspondents out at the Rock reporting to us on the action on Wednesday. Going to be a great show. Thank you, everybody. Shout out to Chris 6, our new partner that we start doing business with in August in Corpus Christi, Texas. Thanks anybody from Corpus Bay area that tuned in and watched today for the first time. Ask anybody that watches us. We are the show of note in the great Central and South Texas. Thank you to Bouquet. Thank you to our partners, Anthem TV and Pub Sports Radio. See you boys back in here mañana for the live show. It's 10 a.m. every day, Monday through Friday in Texas. Love you all hard. Bye-bye.